Timo Werner, who'd been linked a long time to Liverpool, seems to now be seemingly making the switch to Chelsea. So I think we'll go to Alex first on that. Where do you stand on that? Disappointed or just not bothered?
I'm very disappointed because we didn't buy anyone last year, and I need about an hour to talk.
We just won the league, and it's just
25 points clear. We didn't sign anyone. It's a disaster.
No,
hate this club.
If we want to like dominate the 2020s, you gotta invest and keep on going because African Cup of Nations. That's gonna
yeah.
We've done 2 out of our front 3.
Is that still going ahead? It's like next year, isn't it? African Cup of Nations.
Summer or something, or next January?
Yeah. I'm concerned about that as well.
They might, to be fair, they might be able to go ahead because Africa wasn't hit as hard as other areas of the world was by coronavirus. So it might be something they can run it safely. But I understand what you're saying. It's obviously it's a hard one really for Liverpool fans because at the end of the day, where do you improve that team when you're 25 points clear? But also, if you're going to dominate, you need like a squad. Even now, you can argue that City probably still have a better squad than Liverpool do. Definitely.
Have you seen how? Sorry, Jordan, not to interrupt you, mate.
You carry on, mate. No.
Just on what you were saying, have you seen how they might have? Is it up to 5 substitutions now in the Premier League?
Yeah.
I think that will benefit someone like City because they can bring on people like Mahrez, Gabriel Jesus, like Sane.
Phil Foden might get in a few more games as well.
You've probably got 1 or 2 good subs at Liverpool, but you haven't got like a full bench of world-class players like City.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like when you look at Ferguson during the Man United days, he'd always seem to improve the squad every single year, even though he won the league. But we're relying on Origi and Minamino. I mean, they're decent-ish players, but if we want to be a top team, I mean, you've got to have the top players, don't you? Really.
Divock is class.
Who?
Divock, he's brilliant.
Anyway, but if we, I think maybe Mbappe's in the works, but
that's optimistic. That is. I'm going to say that is optimistic.
You've got a Nike deal.
Brilliant.
I've got to be optimistic, but. No, I think we should have got it.
Missed out. Yeah, you've missed out on Werner, haven't you?
People go, we can't be spending loads of money, but
what does what does that mean for Tammy Abraham now though? Is they going
to Villa, mate?
They play 2 up top, or they play because they don't usually, do they?
No, Werner's definitely.
He'll just be a replacement for Giroud, won't he? I know he's just signed a new contract, but I mean when he goes.
But will he want that?
No, I reckon
no, I don't know. I kind of think this thing's... It's very like... I know people do look at it this way, like, one player comes in, he's taken over so-and-so's place. But there's like 60 games in a season. Like, you can come in as like... And you don't know about injuries. Like, Dan James came in for United as someone who was going to be a sub. And he's gone on to play probably 30, 40 times this season because of injuries and everything. Like, you can't go in. I think too many people look at transfer windows and go, right, this is going to be our strongest 11. That's going to play the whole season. It never works out like that. Players get injured for months at a time. Like, it just works around. So people are looking and think, right, the first game of the season, Abraham won't start. The pundits will be losing their heads and everything. They're going crazy. And then something will happen, like they'll put Werner out wide or something and Abraham will play, and that'll be like how it goes for the season or something. But it's hard to just say black and white,
can't it?
Yeah. Looking at Abraham, he's gone on loan quite a lot, hasn't he? So it looks like he wants to get loads of game time, whereas he ain't just So I think just looking at him from, I don't think he'll be happy if he sits on the bench half the games or gets pushed onto the wing. I think he'll be.
Well,
I think he'll stay. If he don't get played, I think he'll be off the season after next.
There's always a place for him at Villa.
Is there? What about Wesley? What about Samata?
Yeah.
Take Tammy in a heartbeat.
I think it depends how highly you rate Abraham. It's whether you think Abraham's going to be someone who can grow into someone who could lead the line for Chelsea for years. or he might just be someone who is like a squad player. Like, you don't know. I mean, what was his record like in the Premier League this year?
He started off well, but sort of dropped. How many, do you reckon?
About 15 or so.
Nah, I think about 12, 13, something like that.
See, is that a guy who could lead something? Chelsea are a team who'll be looking to win the league. Are you saying that's the guy? I know obviously he's still young, but is he a guy who's going to break the 25-goal barrier? I mean, he could do, because I quite like Abraham. I think he's a very good technical player, but is he going to be that guy? Is he prolific as someone like Werner?
He's not Werner, is he, from what I've seen?
Werner's one of the best in Europe, isn't he? Or world.
He is, yeah. But who knows, Tammy? I mean, Tammy, he's improved. You know, people didn't think he was going to come into Chelsea's team and score 5 goals, I think, when he looked at Villa. So
I suppose it depends what sort of service he's getting from Chelsea. I mean, if he's getting it put on his plate every match, he'll score every game, won't he? But depends what Chelsea's squad's looking like, I suppose. If you put Tammy in like the City side or something, he'd probably score the same amount of goals as someone like Jesus. But so fun.
And obviously, you've got to look at it. They're two very different strikers. I mean, Werner is obviously one of the best in the world in that position as a number 9. But if you're playing Sheffield United, who play like a low block, a lot of defenders about. So Werner's very much someone who relies on getting off the shoulder of the last defender. So is that going to be a game where you'd want Abraham, where you're thinking, right, they're not actually going to get in behind. So I think there's going to be different games for each player. So, I mean, if they sign him, they've got Ziyech as well already. So I quite like it when clubs do business early. I think there'll be a team, especially if they manage to keep hold of Jorginho, who I actually quite rate, Kante again. But they'll probably keep hold of most players in it.
They've got Ziyech as well coming in, haven't they?
Oh, yeah. God, yeah. He's class as well. They're going to have some team, aren't they?
They always do, don't they, Chelsea? They always go on like rotation and have an unreal team like one season, probably go win the league. The next season, just be, and then, you know, they roll on that type of thing, but they don't mind it. Because if you look at Chelsea, even if they have these off seasons, they pick up so many trophies. Like, it's like that. They're winning trophies on average probably once every 2 seasons, really.
Yeah,
which is take it compared to someone like Arsenal. You take it, don't you? At the end of the day, and look at teams like Spurs. It's easier said than done to do that on like a regular basis, and Chelsea seem to manage to do that even with turnover of managers and players. So
that's the thing though of Chelsea. They usually have a season and a great season. The next season they're rubbish again. It's weird how they do that. Like that season, I think it was under Conte, or was it under someone else? Might have been Mourinho that time. But they went when Hazard scored against Tottenham to make it 2-2 and Leicester won the league. That season, Hazard was dreadful somehow. But the season before, he was excellent. Like, it's weird how much they can check. It's like it was the same set of players, but they just literally were nowhere near it.
Do you think as well, I've just thought of this, do you think the Werner signing, trying to link it to something else, could have things on whether City are going to get their ban upheld? Because if you're thinking about it, Chelsea are 3 points ahead of United. So it's not guaranteed now that they're going to get Champions League. Werner's had a lot of attraction from other teams. Is he going to join? It's almost like he's almost sure that Chelsea are going to get that Champions League for them to go approach him and like agree that move. So does that have implication that they might have heard something about City? So you don't know about that yet, because obviously that has a big implication on it, because they could be top 5 getting in the Champions League.
Yeah, because apparently Werner's preference was to go to Liverpool, wasn't it? He was more interested in the idea of going to Liverpool, but it must be something that's got him interested. Probably money, but
I think they were paying him 200 odd grand a week, and we just said, we're not going to pay you that.
I completely forgot about that City ban thing as well. That felt like 2 seasons ago.
That was a long time ago. We were talking about that not long before coronavirus as well. No. One of our last episodes, I reckon.
Yeah,
talking about City.
That seems like ages ago now.
Werner's going to be like Morata, I reckon.
No.
Higuain.
Werner is gravy.
Plays off the shoulder, starts off well, sort of just fade away.
Werner is gravy. He's got pace, got everything, mate. You name it, he's got it.
Got pace.
He's got name it, everything. Yeah, we'll wait and see.